Hello, and welcome to this episode of Mixed Bag. I got nothing. Other than we got no announcements. We got anything at all?
Well, the thing I was supposed to bring is still not ready because I just got the parts for my 3D printer in yesterday.
We suck.
We are professional. It will be ready next week. It will be.
So last we left off, after the Tarrasque had been released from its slumber, it had wreaked havoc on the nearby forests of Midasari and parts of the city. Both of you sought counsel with either the werewolves or the law of the city, and a wizard was summoned to the city in order to deal with the problem, Lathonal. And after demonstrating his power, he banished the Tarrasque to an unknown location. You then all spent a week preparing yourselves, like improving your skills, and now you are free to set out wherever you would like to go. So, where would you like to go?
We decided last time we're gonna head up north, down the river.
Towards Dirtwell.
Yeah.
And down the river or whatever?
Down the river to nearest settlement there. Down to Ferncombe. Yeah, Ferncombe in River Forest.
Down the river.
Alrighty. So, as you're still in Midasari, preparing to leave, is there anything you would like to do to prepare?
Flint will go buy some rations.
All right.
I don't think he has any.
Okay, so the rations are. Which are they again? Oh yeah, it's 1 gold for 2 days.
1 gold for 2 days.
That's
quite expensive. 2 gold for 2 days.
So you want to do, Colin?
I have no idea. I'm gonna do. I think I should just follow what everyone else is doing, as you know, Colin does.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna try to improve my fighting skills. Just try to.
Where would you like to go? You gonna pick a fight with someone in the street?
No. I'm gonna ask for some guidance from a fellow soldier or something.
Okay. So as you're going through going through the city there, you can see one of the Onyx sentries patrolling. Yeah, he's just walking along, just the shield on his arm, the sword in his sheath, walking along with the black plate armor. And as you approach,
Yeah, I will approach him and ask him. Can you give me some pointers on how to fight?
as he looks down at you, well, there, little girl, I think
Hold
you're...
it! I'm not a little girl.
Hmm?
I'm not a little girl.
No, I'm sure you're not, but, I don't think you're exactly well equipped to handle these kind of weapons, and, I'm not exactly one to train, or something. Who are you?
I'm Andrew Pro, buddy. Pull out my necklace.
Immediately stands up. Lieutenant! Sorry, ma'am. Please forgive me.
It's okay. Just give me some pointers, please.
Yes, ma'am. You ever trained in sword before?
No.
Okay. And just pulls out his long sword, just and holds the hilt to you.
Okay. I take the hilt.
It's a bit heavy in your hands, but
I will do my best with
I'm
what
sorry, I
got.
don't have anything smaller. He finds just a timber on the on the ground and holds it up the same way as a sword. I want. So I want you to attack me.
Okay. I will attack him.
And so as you do, just blocks it with his shield, and as you keep on striking, your form is off. And try this. It stands beside you. So stand to the side. Front foot forward. Back foot for the back. Bend your knees, and keep your elbow straight.
Okay.
And now try again. And now actually roll to hit this time.
Roll to hit. 6 plus anything?
Plus
Strength.
plus strength or yeah,
Strength
plus strength
modifier
proficiency. So
is
no, as it's still
0.
as it still blocks it with his shield. Well, you're getting the hang of it somewhat, but let's try something else. All right. And as he puts his shield away, it kind of holds the timber. Try again.
Okay, I'll try it again. 18?
Better. Okay. So as this time, as he steps forward, this time you taking advantage of your smaller size, you sidestep, lunge forward, and poof, just poke the sword in his armor, not hurting him. Just, good. I could even counterattack. Much better. See?
See, this is the kind of price that I need.
I have to get back to guard you, but is there anything else, ma'am?
That's good for now. Thanks.
Very well.
And I got 2 weeks of rations, so 28.
Yeah.
Cool.
I dropped him like a couple of gold pieces.
A couple of gold pieces.
Yeah, the 2.
Me too.
$40.
Ma'am, I think you dropped this. As he picks up and hands it back to you.
No, you keep that
No,
for
no, no,
your
I'm-
service.
This is what I get paid in 2 days. This is no.
Keep it. Please?
Colin comes over. I'll take it on her.
No, call
Who are
it.
you?
I'll give it to her later.
Don't give it to
person
him.
who travels with her.
Contested persuasion checks, both of you.
Oh! You're gonna lose so bad.
Flint's watching this from
From a distance.
From a distance, like as he's paying.
20 total.
20 as well.
Oh! Wow! Tiebreaker.
17.
13.
Okay.
Gone.
Damn it. I wanted him to keep it so bad.
It very well. Then you-
But Colin honestly is going to push it on her later on. He is neutral good after.
you're not clergy. You're
I'm
not dressed
not.
like one.
I'm not, but I do work for a supernatural power that is unaligned, so...
Oh.
Again, Flinch is hearing this.
Well, the thing is, Mystra's mostly unaligned too, so it's more like...
More or less the same thing. We're roughly in the same camp.
I have to get back to patrol.
I will try to sneak a couple of
Sleight of
gold
hand check.
into his pocket.
As he turns to walk away.
Shut up and take my money!
Huh?
A 1.
Oh.
Ding 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 ding. You dropped it. And this time he's just walking away.
Okay, I'll pick up the
Oh
gold.
wow. Got that quick, you doing?
Yeah, after rummaging through his supplies, he sees that he's like, yep, crowbar, pickaxe, a shovel. Yeah, I think I have everything we need for the journey. I think just pick up some rations and we can be on our way.
Alright. So for the sake of brevity, just however many days worth of rations you want. Remember, it's two days for 1 gold.
Okay, and
So do the math and
About 2 weeks for myself.
Ingrid's not concerned about Russians, really. She thinks that, there's going to be animals on the way.
okay. So, as all you kind of come together in the streets there.
Are we ready to go?
I think we might need to get some horses in the wagon too. We forgot about it, didn't we?
Because we were going to take the river. We were going to use his boat.
Yes, I have plenty of supplies with for the journey. Anything we need to counter any problem.
If we just have to walk to the river.
Yes, just bring the boat to the river.
How far
and you can,
is it to the river?
From the city to the river there, if you go directly east, it would be about 24 miles.
It's just on the outskirts of the city.
I want to get a horse.
Maybe one.
Just like rent a horse or something.
An afternoon's walk. Well, a horse won't be able to bring up the river, but. And I am not sure of the terrain beside the river if it can follow.
Okay. Maybe I won't.
Perhaps.
Hey, Gothic, can you ride on your shoulders?
Yes, of course. There will be much room in the boat, but on the walk to the river, I carry you like small child.
See, I can't keep up with you if I walk, so.
Nonsense. I see you walk.
Well, let's not waste any more time. Let's start heading out.
Alright.
On the road again. For the first time.
For the first time. So, as you begin to travel outside the city, you go up and down the hills, taking one last look at Midasari, and just one giant scar that is left behind. Thinking, this is an awfully big world, and you appear very, very small in it at the moment. But looking off in the distance, over to the north, you see the very thick canopy of the jungle. And to the east, where you're heading, you can see it's much clearer. And far, far off in the distance, you can see a very large, very wide river.
That must be the river we're heading to.
To the south, you see, if you didn't know better, you'd swear it was an ocean. But it is the Siren's Void. The biggest freshwater lake in on this continent, and of course, what Deep View is mostly known for. So, heading off, going down the trail here. There's already not like a officially paved or made road, but definitely a path in the grass here where it has been run over so many times by footsteps, by horses, by wagons, by a lot of traffic that it's already made its own path. Walking down for several hours, coming both to and from Midasari, you see people passing you on horseback, and then occasionally a wagon comes the opposite way. The first one you can see is a basic, typical covered wagon, that of just of a modest family. You can see a husband driving, a wife sitting beside him, and you can hear small children inside. And they simply pass you by. They give you a nod as they pass. Heading further down, several hours later, continue to walk. You'll notice that the path becomes considerably empty, both in front of you and behind you. And I'd like everyone to make a perception check, please.
Nat 20.
Nice. 50.
And you're just distracted by playing with Gothic's hair.
Gothic has no hair.
Playing with his bald
What
head.
the hell are you playing with?
Smoothie smooth.
Playing with his bald head.
Shiny.
Just looking at her reflection in his head.
Yeah, Gothic got a total of 14.
Okay. 14, 1, 15, natural 20.
Yeah, natural 20. My Perception is +5.
Well, it's natural 20 though.
Yeah.
25.
Colin, you definitely something feels off, like far off in the distance, like something's hitting your ears earlier than everyone else. You look off in the distance, and far away you see a flapping figure.
Flapping finger?
Yeah, figure.
Figure. Oh, okay.
Context clues, dude.
Well, because you were but I was looking at the context.
You want to go like this then?
I mean, if you're using your fingers.
Lots
better?
of flapping fingers.
If you're trying to make yourself stupid, then
It's working.
It's working.
I'll play this character so long, I'll become it.
yes. Anyways, immediately, like your hunter's instinct tells you, like, okay, this is something bad. The two of you, you see Colin freeze for a minute and look up, and now everyone, you see it too. Far off in the distance, but you can see it is coming towards you and it's getting larger. Very large wing beats.
Should we hide? You know what? I'm gonna hide.
I'm going to use an insight check to see how big it is, how far away, just by, like,
Okay.
intuition.
Flint's gonna hide.
Okay.
And I kind of want to see if I know kind of what this creature is
Okay, 9.
from the distance.
I'm gonna roll stealth.
Go for it.
What do I roll for?
I rolled a 10.
Make a nature check. Make insight
Yeah.
and roll for stealth.
22.
Gotcha.
Gothak hides under this
13.
boat.
Okay. 13 and
I got
a
a
10. Right. So you immediately like, okay, yeah, you're not gonna stick around to figure out what the hell this thing is.
Yeah,
You
I don't want to die.
You duck underneath the trees. Gothak.
Gothak, he sets his chest down, takes the boat he was dragging behind him, flips it upside down, and overtops himself.
Andrew, before you can see what this thing is, everything goes dark as Gothak's boat just goes over you too. As Andrea is still
Got
there.
that!
Colin, looking at this thing, it is a couple kilometers away, but the fact that you can see the size of it this close meaning that it is large. It is gargantuan, in fact.
A rock. I hide.
He just gets on.
And you just hear in the distance.
Okay.
It's about drive, it's about power. We
My stealth.
If it's a rock.
total of 20.
Okay. Then so everyone is hiding under the canopy, hiding under the boat. Yeah. But as you hear,
It's a dragon.
you hear the wing beats of what appear to be a very large dragon.
Do I see what color it is?
I'd say with your perception check, wait, make a perception check.
Alright. 15.
15. For a second, it flashes by, passing you by. It is green. Does not seem to have noticed you, and after waiting another couple of minutes, the sound of the wing beats stop, and we're clear.
I think it's gone, everyone.
Gothak, should we turn around? Should we go the other way? I
No,
feel like we're going into danger.
You
It seems
see,
really dangerous.
that is where it came from, which means now it's not over there. That means this is the perfect place to go.
You
What
did see
if
it.
over there is a nest?
Well, just so you know, you saw it come south and flying north, like
It is going the way we're going.
into the jungle, kind of into the straight north. You're heading kind of northeast. So it.
As you say this, like, what if there's a nest? And then Gothak gets his bearings, looks at the map, it's like, well, then that's exactly then it's a good thing that we are going the same direction that it is going, because that way we know that the nest is not over there.
Is it? You think you can sail on Texas if we go that way?
Well, we will be avoiding toll roads and bridges if we take the river, that's for sure.
Huh. You know, if we were dead, then we could definitely sail on Texas too.
Oh, yes, but I don't know what kind of entry fee they have into the afterlives.
If you want to go die fighting a dragon, you go do that. I'm going the direction we were going.
I think we should stay as far away as we can.
Well, how about this? We go down the river, and if at any point we hear the flapping of a dragon's wings, we get off and we hide like we did just now.
If you already dealt with a Tarask, I don't want to deal with a dragon. Let's just go.
Yes, absolutely. My ancestors may have charged me with protecting you all and accompanying you on this journey, but I am not exactly planning to walk straight into death. Especially if that death can fly.
Do we take a long rest?
Nope. Actually, well, no, you took a whole week actually.
So we're good.
So, yeah. If you're worried about spell slots and health, yeah, you're definitely all at max.
Yeah, fine. So we head further down to the river.
So, so now the rest of the day is uneventful as you keep walking east. The sun just sets lower and lower behind you until by the time you reach the river, it is late evening. You got about maybe half an hour of light left.
Yeah, as we're walking, Flint just kind of says, "You know, after seeing a Tarask, and now seeing a dragon, it's still very frightening, but kind of lackluster in comparison."
Yes, well, I am quite astonished. You see, back in my home country, it was founded on the story of the legendary Goliath who came to the island and slayed every monster on it, and made it a mostly peaceful but not very habitable place. You would think that with so many more people around here as powerful as that guy, they would have taken care of this place by now. But I
You would
suppose
think.
it is much bigger.
And also governments not letting you. Then again, seeing the director of Dirtwell, I don't think he really cares much for authority,
Yes, well,
being a man of high authority as he is.
yes, bureaucracies do cause lots of problems. Especially when the people are not starving and threatening to kill you if you do not take care of them.
Hey, do you think we should camp by the river or lake?
Yes, I think that is a good idea. And then we can sail off in the morning.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, sounds good. It's not advisable to travel on water at night. You cannot see what is in front of you or what could be underneath the boat.
Okay. So, as the sun sets, going to the river adjacent or so. Here it's still very, very high land where the Siren's Void, where it doesn't hit like high currents yet. So the water's running nice and slow. Down here, okay.
Set up camp.
Mm-hmm. You can hear the gentle sound of waves against the stones. And of course, it's very slowly just moving down river. And yeah, taking your time. I'm assuming like all of you have bed rolls, and it seems like you did not exactly buy tents for
No, we didn't.
your starting equipment. So you get to sleep under the stars.
Gothak takes.
It'll be technically you have the sail from your boat. If you want to make a tent out of that.
Actually, what Gothak does is he. Is there trees nearby?
Oh yeah, plenty.
Yeah. Takes some. He chops off some sizable branches and kind of makes like a little thing to elevate his boat, hang it up upside down
A roof.
as a roof, and then kind of like takes the sail and kind of like drapes it over,
All right.
kind of to extend it out to the side.
Not bad.
Andrew's gonna collect a bunch of these kind of stuff.
All right.
Try to this
Frank
sort
behind you.
of tent.
One of the cushions, little limp.
Professional.
Yep. Anyway, so, but now that you got,
I say leave that in.
yeah.
It'd be funny.
So, camp's all set up. You build yourself, there's a fire. You have, unless anyone wishes to go hunting or whatever, then you would consume a day's rations.
I want to do some hunting because I didn't buy any rations.
Okay. Make a survival check.
Not
What are the rest of you doing?
Flint is going to just rest by the fire and look over his notes.
Okay.
Colin is going to be training.
15.
All right. You got that?
Gothak will we'll keep watch.
Okay. So, as Andrea comes back about half an hour later with just a fistful of birds, and well, after preparing them and stuff, these birds are a little bit peculiar in that seem to have that they were killed by. There's no visible wounds. Did their brains explode? Interesting. Like, whatever. But yeah,
Eyes bulging.
yeah, it's enough for everyone to eat without consuming any rations.
Alright.
This is why it is good to
After a hard day of training.
explore in the wilderness. See, this is why we are going north. The desert or the mountains, there may be quite a lot to discover, but we need to prepare properly for those places. For places like this, even my modest preparations, as you see us, has a chest full of like random assortment of tools and literally hauling a boat around.
Yeah.
Even these modest preparations are enough for where we are headed.
Hey, Gothic. Do you know how to use a sword?
Yes.
You want to practice with me?
Sure.
Okay, I want to practice some more with the sword.
Okay.
Just to try to get better at it, you know?
So,
I don't think the guard gave you the sword, did he?
No.
I'm pretty sure you have some to spare.
I would.
Let's see.
Well, you can use mine. You can use Flint's if you want.
Do any of you have a spare sword too?
Here, you can use mine.
Okay, and what kind of sword is it?
You have a longsword?
Yeah, I think it's silver coated.
I want to say it's a silver-coated longsword, wasn't it? Or was it?
I have it. Yes,
Okay.
silver coated iron longsword.
I do have daggers, though.
So it is pretty heavy.
It's still usable for you, though. You know, it's bulky, but
Okay.
it works.
I need to write that down actually.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, go ahead. So, at your camp there, you can see
Oh, I
that.
do have it.
Yeah, Flint, you're around the campfire reading. Colin, are you still at camp, or are you
He said he's training.
I'm training
away from camp? I guess.
at camp.
Okay.
Training away from camp, that's dangerous.
And then, so as you're doing what you do, then you just
It's just simple flowing motions as Gothak's like effortlessly kind of swinging around and like just kind of hitting the sword in Andrea's hands as you find it difficult to hold on to. It's like, you see, this is how I learned to fight. I picked. See, the first time I picked up a sword, I traveled.
Don't tell me because somebody told me something, and so I want to keep that in my head. I don't want to get that confused with what you're doing.
It's all about instinct.
Flint thinks to himself, man, I wonder what he would think of them.
You.
I don't know what he was thinking. Can't read minds.
You know what? I'll say he was thinking a little out loud. He was like kind of mumbling to himself. It's like, I wonder what he would think of him.
He who?
Just someone I'm looking for.
You give it the little, you throw in the little style to distract your opponent.
I was distracted. I was distracted by him. So can we try again? Can we keep trying? This time I will hit you.
Yes, of course. Okay, now try to hit.
Can I roll?
Flint being a little thankful that she's back at that because he doesn't know any of you yet. He doesn't want to elaborate on his life just yet.
Can I do some rolls to try to see if I can?
That's it. Well, you're not trying to hurt him, so.
No, I'm not trying to hurt him, but
If you want, go ahead. See what you can do.
break his
guard.
Go for it.
5.
Just deflect it out of the way.
Another time.
One more.
7.
Nope.
Another time.
Nope. That's enough for this training montage.
Once I'm done with the training, I'm gonna go up to him and I'm gonna be bugging him until he tells me who he's looking for.
So in the meantime, while that's happening, Gothek, you're taking first watch.
Yep. That's it. Yeah.
In which case, I'd like you to make 3 perception checks, please, for the total of your watch.
3 days from him. Okay, so 2 plus 3, 5. 3 plus 3, 6, and 4 plus 3, 7.
2, 3, 4. Oh goodness.
Okay.
Oh no.
Let's call it.
Scheisse.
Okay.
Flint will also take a second watch.
So going about your watch, you're constantly distracted by the sounds of just Andrea nagging in the background, and it goes on for a long time. Do you spill anything, or is it?
No. Well, roll persuasion. I'll say roll persuasion.
Yeah.
Can I roll contest to it?
If you want
If
to.
you want, or simply determine what would be a success or not.
Okay. How many roll?
13.
13?
Yeah.
Is that a success? Is it a partial success?
I'll say it's a partial. All out. I'm looking for my brother. That's all I feel comfortable sharing at the moment. Maybe later on I'll share a little bit more.
What's your brother's name?
Like I said. When I'm comfortable, I'll share a little bit more.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing with me.
God, this is about the time that you walk back. After just hearing the nagging and nagging, and like, okay, finally it stopped.
Well, I have not seen anything. It's time for someone to take second watch.
I will take it.
We'll go take it with him.
Okay.
Okay. Flint's just like thinking in his head this time. These people are gonna make me drink.
So, it's definitely nighttime by now. Let me get a little. There we go. So during the second watch, the campfires, it's gotten low by now, and Colin, are you still training, or have you gone? It's like almost midnight by now.
I'm not training anymore.
Okay. Now you see, yeah, Gothic and Colin have gone to sleep, so the two of you are just
Actually,
sitting
before midnight, I'm taking a bath or finding some water to wash
You got a
myself.
We
whole
are right
river.
by the river.
Yeah, you got a whole
I
river.
wash myself in the river because I stink.
Okay. Two of you are just sitting alone in the darkness there.
Yeah.
You see the moon by now. It's about half moon now, and it's slightly obscured in the clouds here, but it's very slowly moving.
I want to go to the river and I want to try to just grab a fish.
In the dark, it'll be hard, so make a survival check with disadvantage.
Survival disadvantage. Okay, well then that one.
Splash! Yeah.
I wanted a snack for it. Like, no.
Flint's just... Flint doesn't really want to talk. He's just sitting.
Andrew doesn't want to talk either. She's just like thinking, he's going to tell me once he's ready.
You're sitting in awkward silence.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of. It's like,
And I'm looking over his notes, like, that I have.
you're sitting close enough
Every
side by side to, of people who are acquaintances, but like there's that awkward gap in between each other, like two people sitting on a park bench. You know how they take the sides and not the middle. It's like
And do like the awkward white people salute, just like the white people nod.
yep.
Or at least Flint does. Because he is white.
It's so pale, yeah.
Andrea's just like kind of antsy. She doesn't like sitting still, so she'll just move around a little bit.
Fidgets a bit. Nod. I'm like, yep. Yeah, I get it.
All right. So the two of you either make 3 perception checks apiece, or one of you with advantage.
You have because I have like -1 for perception.
Perception is +4.
Then
I will let you do it.
yeah, both of you make 3, or one of you make 3 with advantage.
Yeah, you can make 3 with advantage.
Nope.
Or maybe I should, since I'm the one that has better luck with good rolls.
Hey, I got 6 dice this time around. I'm
I
gonna.
mean, so do I.
I'm gonna
With advantage, so
Well, with advantage, it's not just gonna.
Yeah, yeah, you do it. You have the +4. Being danger and all.
Okay, so
It's called those two a pair, those two a pair, those two. So no. Basically.
with advantage, you said, right?
Yeah.
So the highest of each one,
That one.
2,
and then +4.
This one.
3. Yeah. Okay, so one is
And then +4.
12.
okay.
That's +4.
12 total.
Yep.
Okay.
One is 12 total,
So it'll be
and
13.
Huh?
9 + 4, 13.
oh, I saw it as an 8. I know.
All right, continue. So 13.
22,
Not bad.
and then 23.
Okay.
Nice.
So, as you go about your watch, first hour, not that much, and then long distance, the smell hits you first, as a very like earthy, animalistic smell. As about 30 seconds passes by, and then you can hear the faint sound of a horse moving quietly with like pulling a wagon. And far off on the trail, you just see someone traveling. Lantern extinguished, and they're just moving slowly. Not heading towards you, just passing by, maybe like 100 feet away. And on the path they're on, they'll pass you right by.
Hey, what do you think that is?
I don't know. Let's just keep an eye on them in case they tried any funny business.
A couple of minutes pass by, and yeah, they don't seem to notice anything. They pass right on by.
Very peculiar.
As for a third hour, nothing happens. At this point, it is reaching the end of your watch. Both of you are feeling sleepy. and your bedrolls are around the campfire, which is starting to die down to dull embers.
I'll wake Colin up. I'll just tickle his ear a little bit.
Calling you,
Mosquito.
kind of slap at it a little bit.
Doesn't it actually make you want to like?
It actually does.
Yes.
Like it.
It does make me want to slap you.
I was thinking it, wasn't gonna say it.
Anyways, so yeah, the two of you just crawl underneath your bedrolls, and Colin, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna watch incredibly vigilantly, and in a sort of paranoid way with my weapons out, looking everywhere.
Just your bow drawn, like
As you stand there, just
I'm pumped from a day of training.
like you're damn.
and after seeing a dragon.
Yeah, and seeing a dragon.
But anything comes by, I'm gonna kill it. Yeah.
If I see that dragon, I'm gonna wake him up to run away really fast.
Would you like to talk about a learned Jehovah's Witness?
Yep. All right. So at this point, could I ask everyone except for Frank to leave the table, please?
Oh shit. It's time to use the bathroom.
We still see you, Isaac. Alrighty. So, Colin, as you stand there, your bow and arrow ready, you feel like the wind kick through the trees, through the grass. You hear a twig snap. You jump towards it. You hear the sound of a night bird kind of hoot in the distance. Sounds like rustling. Shoot your arrow at it, and you see a humanoid figure emerge out of the bushes, holding the arrow in your hand. Very extremely pale skin, like sunken cheeks. That
I immediately try to waken everyone up.
and the guys, and you see that they feel cold to the touch. They feel frozen. Looking at the fire, it stopped.
Oh.
You try to draw more arrows. They're not there. This person dressed very, very well. Hello, Colin. You're almost ready. Not quite, but you've taken the first step. Allow me to introduce myself, right? My name is Beatrice. I promised you power a long time ago. And very soon, that time will come. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Walks over to you and backhand slaps you across the face.
Oh, I moved my head in the wrong direction. Basically, the way Beatrice was responding, Colin thought, wait a second, I'm making just guttural noises. He's understanding me as if it's speech.
You can freely move. You can.
Yeah.
You have the capacity to.
I know. But it's like
to speak.
Colin was being lazy.
How you're the only one that can really do this, I have no idea. But I was simply curious. I came down here to satiate myself, I guess, but not that way, you twisted fuck. But I need to know. How did it feel to kill a man?
It was the heat of the moment. I had to get it done.
Like a true predator. No hesitation at all. An animal striking from the shadows. A victim completely defenseless. And yet you did not hesitate. That's good.
I was trained for this.
Exactly. That's good. That was the first step. Now you'll keep going. And when the time comes, I'll call upon you. And bestow upon you. For now, this is a good troop. As he kind of walks around the not-flickering campfire. Kind of presses his foot against Flint's head. Bit curious, but they'll do. Being odd isn't technically bad. But now you won't give up on me now, will you?
I don't think I have a choice.
No, of course not. I just wanted to give you the comfort that you have an illusion of choice.
Why, thank you.
Whether you know it or not, I do look out for you, Colin. Much more than your father did.
A low bar to pass.
True. But what did you expect from something like me? In the meantime, continue the path that you're on. And when you meet the woman, tell her that the seashells glow pink at sunset. She'll know what it means, and she'll tell you exactly what you need to know.
She sells seashells.
The
by
seashells
the
glow
seashore.
pink at the seashells glow pink at sunset.
Tell the woman. Yep. Done.
All right. Then as he turns around, as he walks through the tall grass, it just waves in front of him and vanishes. And at this point, you see the fire begin to flicker again, and everything go back to normal. In which case, everyone can come back now. All right, welcome back. So, Colin, your watch goes normally, and
Mostly normal.
mostly normally, and yeah, at this point, the sun is just beginning to rise. All of you wake up. And
I will go find us some breakfast.
so, what would you all like to do? Finding breakfast, of course. And how about the rest of you?
Flint is going to inspect his weapons and his arm, make sure they're in tip-top shape.
Gothic is going to survey the water, see what's all in there.
Make a nature check. And Colin?
Can I help him since I was looking for food?
I suppose.
So check the water for food.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna do whatever Gothic's doing.
Okay.
So
Flint's,
I think
Flint's
you
also
probably
gonna
have
like
higher
test
number.
out his lightning launcher
I have 13.
in his arm, because so far he's only really like seen it activate by
Gothic has
accident.
7.
He wants to do it on purpose now.
Gothic has 7. So
Okay.
So what's Gothic doing?
Nature
I'm-
check.
Nature check. Okay, I'm copying him. 13 plus nature.
surveying, looking for what
14.
Nice.
I have 13.
7.
Alright. So, alright, Gothic looking at the river. It's a gentle flowing river. There's some wind blowing in. Yeah, you see the fish. It's nice and early, so the fish are coming up for breakfast as well. And you feel like, yeah, you could maybe fish for half an hour to an hour. You'll catch something. And Colin, you're the one that notices the most that that the air, it feels like sticky and humid here with where the wind is blowing from. You feel like it's gonna rain soon. As you see the
Guys, it's gonna rain. I don't like this. You're doing it wrong. Do it from right by your lips.
Okay.
someone walking in right now would look at us thinking, "What the fuck are they doing?"
What drugs did they take, and where can I get some?
And it's like, it's a bunch of children.
We're adults. We can do what we want. Fuck off.
Want to sit here around a table drinking milk? God, you're damn right.
Don't find any dangerous creatures in the water.
Flint's testing out his lightning launcher.
I think it's like, it looks like we'll have a good day for sailing today. Or we would if the sail was not broken. Luckily, we're headed downstream.
Is your sail broken?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I think I gotta reattach the.
Yeah, you gotta set it up.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh, so it's not something that I can fix by mending.
Do you have proficiency in shipwright tools? Or shipwrights tools?
Where can I find that?
Under your other proficiencies, your tool proficiencies?
I mean, technically, Gothak does with his carpenter's tools. That's
Oh, yeah, it's
his
carpenter.
background.
Flint also does.
It's like, and I'm not in the mood to be setting that up today.
What if the wind changes suddenly?
Exactly. That's why we will
We're heading
coast on
downstream.
this stream, and we will.
If we're heading downstream, then we won't really be a problem.
Fair enough.
And if the stream takes us where we don't want to go, I have paddles.
Alright. Alright. So, as you're all fishing, trying to catch some stuff.
Everybody just stay away from me.
Just a bolt of lightning. You hear.
Is that normal?
It's a new things that I added to it. It sort of happened by accident, so I kind of kept it.
I'm gonna kind of like inspect it. Just
Looking at it, when you took Flint's hand and sniffed it before, what's definitely different now is you see a gem inside his palm.
I'll sniff it
Right.
again, see if I can sense any.
It's singed and smells like ozone.
I mean, you do recognize it as the stone that was used.
The Tribazine core is in here, but you see just a conductive gem here. So instead of the lightning just blasting everywhere, it now collects and focuses right here to a single point.
Is it
in a controlled discharge?
It's not magically
Yes.
enchanted, whatever you think.
Magically fueled, but I mean
Fuel?
scientifically engineered, not exactly enchanted.
Okay. Huh. That's
Using,
interesting.
using science to direct the magic where to go.
So can you do that to my armor or to like anything?
Maybe this quite a lot more research, maybe, but
You have your infusions.
then we'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
Alrighty. So going back to fishing with Colin's help, you managed to just take your bow and arrow and just spear a couple.
I gotta write down how many arrows I lost.
As of right now, you haven't lost any.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
So I took the arrows out, even though I didn't say I did it in game.
I mean, yeah, for downtime, I mean, you could just generally assume you're not
Oh,
going to
you
waste
shot me.
arrows if you can retrieve them.
Maybe I should, I can shoot you back, right?
Granted, you hold all the cards, so yeah.
I hold all the dice.
Which the-
So after packing up the camp, you guys get ready to make your way downstream. You see, seeing Gothak just carry this massive, like this 10-foot long boat, just with his bare hands, and just sets it in the water there for everyone to climb on. Everyone boarding it, and it's comfortable. I mean, it's a bit cramped as Gothak. You kind of take up one half of it as you sit back, sit back with the rudder. But it's decently comfortable.
I will sit somewhere where I can be kind of like in the pointed part,
At the bow.
whatever it's called.
Yeah. You got the bow, you got the stern, right? And then you got starboard and you got port.
I'm not gonna remember this, but whatever.
The back, the front, the left, and the
The
right.
left and the right, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we'll go to the back,
Stern.
and then I will take my bedroll and kind of like prop it up so that I can sit comfortably.
Okay. Yeah, everyone just piling your gear into the boat. It is a bit crowded when you have all your equipment, but you know, you can't really put your feet down or anywhere, so everyone's kind of just sitting with their feet up, trying not to, trying to stick their shoes in someone's face.
Don't worry about the structural integrity of this boat. This was made to sail the seas. I am sure it can handle the rivers, even with the extra people.
I'm gonna try to focus on talking to Mistra.
Alright. What would you like to do?
Just trying to make a connection, a better connection between the two of us.
Okay.
Between us. Because eventually I'm gonna need her help, so I need good connections.
Alright.
So basically, suck up to her till I need her. That's essentially what it is, right?
Yeah. So as you clasp your holy symbol in your hands and you close your eyes to pray, Gothak, you're manning the rudder. The current of the river itself is enough to carry you down, right? Eventually, it starts to pick up speed, and there's a couple little rocks here. Nothing too dire for your boat, because you definitely made this to withstand a lot more than what this river is. You have little flashbacks as to what this boat went through before you came here, and thinking, this is nothing. The two of you sitting about, just watching the landscape go by. Off in the distance, you begin to see where the river begins to turn to slight rapids. They make it a bit bumpy. You kind of begin to hold on and think, okay, this will definitely get you there faster than walking on land, but it's maybe a bit unpleasant. In which case, Gothic, I'd like to make a check using. Make a water vehicles check. Using wisdom.
Okay. Okay, I'm at 58.
Good to know. Nice. You don't know.
Hey, it might be good enough. Who knows?
Who knows? So, Andrea. I think this is what. Yes, this is what I wanted. So, Andrea. Yeah, closing your eyes to pray. Your vision shifts from the boat, kind of rocking along the river, to an endless expanse. You see just this dark gray horizon with these gold clouds off in the distance. Looking above you is a perfect reflection of the same horizon that you're currently standing on, and you can see yourself looking up at you. Looking to the left, up on the wall like this, is the same horizon with you looking back at you. This one here, also looking back at you. Whenever you turn, they turn as well. And right now, it feels open and empty, but in a comforting way, like there's room for it to fill. Looking down around you, simply at the thought, all of a sudden, just this desks full of books appear. What would you like to know?
I want to know if I'm taking the right path in being with these people, or if I should have gone somewhere else.
As tomes and scrolls, they begin to pile themselves on, begin to open, make themselves known. And looking at it through, it's a mass of complicated formulas. Looking at it, it's a little above your understanding. You can blink your eyes and you shake your head. and realize it's a little inconclusive. In that the nature of Mishra is not whether it is right or wrong, it's simply enabling. And with that, you draw upon this knowledge that this path is really your own to take, and it's what you take and what you make of it. Mishra will simply grant you the power to do so.
And I want one more thing. I want to know who his brother is.
Say, this be very difficult, but make a history check.
Okay, I failed. 10.
Inconclusive. The scrolls, they go blank. And start looking through the books. The words fade as you begin to try to read them. You have no answer.
Just don't want to end up being taken advantage of from him and his brother, basically. Because my history isn't that great.
So, as you close the books, just you hear as the echoes. You see all the other versions of yourself. As you turn and walk back, your vision fades, and you find you are back in the boat, which has just hit some rough waters. In which case, everyone sees now that
Brace.
yeah, everyone's bracing as the waters begin to rock the boat back and forth. As you go back and forth, also one of the rocks just hits the boat and throws you kind of off to the side. Going back and forth, it goes the business turns sideways. Isaac, make another water vehicles check.
Let's see, that's another 5 plus bonuses. 8.
So as you go sideways, you turn around. The rudder's absolutely useless at this point. As you hit another rock, just goes aground. Looking there, okay, you're stuck.
Don't worries. It was fine, we are only in the river here. Are we stuck like ashore or
Kind
kind of like in the middle?
More in the middle. Looking here now, there's a couple of rocks, but there's a fallen branch, or a very large branch. That essentially the rock underneath has now shoved the boat up towards, and now that you're stuck on. Moving this limb could free you.
I have an idea. Can test out my new grapple arm to maybe pull us out.
Well, let's give it a shot.
Alright, so really go to the back of the boat, you dig your feet in. Right? Grab hold,
Find like a sturdy place to shoot my arm.
make a strength check.
Natural 20.
Grab hold of a tree limb off in the distance. Sorry, this arm.
Yeah, right.
Then with that, it clicks and you dig your feet in, and you just hear as the boat pulls. You're now pushing against the current. You pull forward, then with the oars, you kind of just push yourself away from within the rocks there, and then you release it. Works flawlessly, and you continue on down the river.
It's not broken or anything?
Nope. This
Okay.
boat is tough.
Good.
I mean, really tough.
This is very fascinating device. Does anyone else have any surprises?
And then we just chat on.
No one has some like.
The river wasn't so loud, you just hear crickets.
Is having a headache a surprise?
It depends. Have you been drinking last night?
No.
Well, then it is a small one. But just drink enough water. You never know when it could turn out to be something worse.
And then we just
You see,
keep going
back
down
in
the
my
river.
home country, that's like
As we go down the
fade
river.
to.
As Gothic is distracted, like the three of you make perception checks. Or nature, whichever you choose. Back in my home country.
Nature or what?
Nature or perception, your choice.
There was once a time when cousin.
I will pick nature.
22.
22 as well.
12.
Okay.
There was once a time when cousin had toothache, and we did not figure out until later that it was actually horrible infection. He died the next day.
Waterfall.
Gosak, pay attention, there's a waterfall!
Yes, you see, we should always pay attention to even the most
As a
minor.
face.
About 50 feet in front of you, you can see the water that become very loud.
I shoot
It's
to
starting to pick up speed.
I shoot to grapple to like the nearest thing
Make a
before
strength check.
a shore.
Won't be as difficult because you're not technically fighting the current that much.
Yeah. 19.
Okay. So grabbing hold of it, just digging your feet in once more, then as the boat begins to steer to the left. And you just grab the rudder as the entire boat goes sideways and kind of kicks around yet again. But this time, you're really reeling it in, and you get close enough to the shore where everyone can disembark and pull the boat aside.
Good, quick thinking, my friend.
Yeah.
Next time, pay more attention, Gothic. You almost got us thrown off of the waterfall.
Well, you see, that is what the team is for. You see,
How big is
we
the
make up
waterfall?
for each other's shortcomings.
Looking
Fair enough.
as you go ashore, you pull the boat there, and looking over it, it's not too far. It's about 30 foot drop. It's
We
not.
would still get hurt. Pretty
Yeah,
bad.
you would still get hurt. But it's in terms of waterfalls, it's not the biggest thing.
Well, I guess we have to find a way to. Or is there just like
There is a way down. It's a pretty steep cliff, but with proper climbing but somehow handing the boat off.
It would take
Well,
some.
we have to climb down here.
It would take some difficulty to lower the boat down. I have enough
It's
wood for it.
My arm is 50 feet, right?
Yeah.
It's only. Well, it's only 30 feet. It's only 30 feet down. You can just lower it with my arm.
Yeah, with that and with some rope, I'm sure. As Gothic opens his chest, he's just like, yes, I'm sure we could handle it. But how far into the day is it? Like, what time? Is it?
By now it'd be say late morning, almost noon.
Almost noon. Yes, it would be good to continue on their journey.
And just so you know that lowering the boat, if you did it without help, would put tremendous strain on your on the gauntlet mechanism. It's strong, but carrying like a massive wooden canoe is heavy.
It is only one arm after all.
It is very, very heavy. Just for the record, this is where block and tackle would be perfect.
Yeah.
Do we have rope?
Yes, everyone should have it.
So if I have a 50.
When Gothak has it, I have it.
I'm gonna tie a piece of rope on the one end and then have him lower it on the other end, and then
And
That should
Gothak
work,
will kind
right?
of do that in the middle.
All right.
Gothak will like climb down first with like a rope and then kind of like support
That's
it
it.
on the way down.
I'd say there's plenty of limbs to haul it over. So I'd say for the sake of brevity, with everyone working together, you managed to get your gear and the lower the boat down off the edge of this cliff. It takes some time. It takes like 45 minutes to get everything tied correctly, make sure like no one falls. But eventually, it reaches the bottom, and you are free to to go back in the river here. It widens out here to nice calm water. So calm, in fact, you probably need your oars now because the river current is basically stopped. But at the bottom of the waterfall here, it's a very wide bay. It's pretty wide. It's got to be at least, you think, maybe 300 to 400 feet across. It's a very small little lake, and the river it continues basically around the cliffside, and so you have to row your way around, and then the river would continue.
Okay. Well, now that we have made it past that, we should get back to our journey. But before that, whenever you encounter a new place, my grandfather always told me to watch out for wild beasts. So, I will be searching.
Before we head out, Flint is gonna just take a close look at the waterfall. See if he can see a hidden cave or something, maybe. Just because.
Looking at it,
Dreams.
Childhood stories.
you've heard many things about things being hidden behind waterfalls, and as you kind of indulge this childhood fantasy, you get to hear this soft, melodious hum in your head, kind of beckoning you forward. And the rest of you watch as Flint taking steps into the river, and the water just with no regard for what's happening to himself. It's just his water comes up and up and up.
That's kind of thing goes over. It's like, hey, Flint, because
Close enough, and you blink your eyes, you're all wet. How'd this happen?
Why am I wet?
if you want to go search, check what the fish are in the water, you just have to dunk your head in. You don't have to walk all the way under.
Did I fuck out here myself?
Did I move your legs? No, of course you did. He just kind of sets you back up on the shore and just dry up, you will catch cold.
As all of you are kind of drawing attention towards the waterfall, everyone begins to hear this this hypnotizing song. All you are aware now that, okay, it might be a bit dangerous, but you kind of put your mental self on guard. But you hear it emanating from behind the waterfall.
That's what I heard before. Should we go check it out?
No. Sounds dangerous.
That is exactly why we should check it out. Remember the mission that you are charged with. To seek out evil and all that, yada yada yada.
I mean, it's no dragon. Well, actually, we may not know that.
We did
I
not
hope
know
I
that.
don't know what sort of powers dragons have.
Me either.
Well,
Do I know anything about dragons? About a green dragon?
Let's make a history or a religion check, your choice.
Whatever, one's higher.
unless you intentionally want to make the lower check.
17, they're both the same.
You've heard stories
Give yourself
about
a handicap.
about green dragons being especially tricky in the fact that they prefer to polymorph their forms and then hide among society, infiltrate powerful levels of government and manipulate them from the inside. That just the act of playing puppet master appeals to them very, very much.
Hey,
Well, I'm going to take a quick glance behind the
That's-
waterfall.
that's not. It could be.
I won't walk in too far. I'll just take a quick glance.
Well, I will come with you to keep an eye on you, so you do not walk into the water again.
Are you going to?
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I'm gonna go where everyone else is going because I basically have to. I don't know what else to do.
I have a bad feeling about this, but I will follow.
Just a reluctant follow.
Yeah.
Flint kind of just leading the charge on this one. Flint pulls out his musket just to be safe.
To get behind the waterfall, you either need to go in the boat or swim to get behind it. Because the water it deepens enough that
Well, we don't want your boat to sink from the waterfall.
We might as
So
well
should we
just.
just swim under?
Yes, this
Then I guess I have to put my gun back.
Don't want to make the powder wet.
Stop laughing at me.
So everyone kind of packs their stuff away. You kind of get yourselves ready, and then one by one, everyone just wades into the water and begins to swim. Going towards the waterfall. The water here is it's nice and warm with the climate of the jungle here. It's nice and comfortable as you swim underneath the waterfall. The water just hits your head. It's like a shower of spraying way too hard, way too heavy. But when you're underneath, you see a small ledge, just like 1 foot above the water level, and you see a cave behind it.
Well, I was right.
Yeah,
Just
climbing.
climbing up, just like shaking the water off yourself, pulling everyone onto the ledge there, and you can hear this like this song calling out to all of you. It's much louder now.
Do we see anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Looking into it, your vision extends to about 30 or 60 feet, and then it just ends in darkness.
I say we run.
Well, we're all here together. If something happens, we got each other's back, right?
Yes. And with that being said, I
No.
will take thee back.
Is no an option?
If you want to go back to the boat, go ahead.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Hey, don't worry about it.
We'll be fine.
We will be fine. There is.
If it should be anything, I have no way of contacting the Scarp and Suffolk.
If it does get too much, we will run.
Okay.
We didn't have much of a way of contacting them last time, and that was a task. So
You'll be fine.
I am sure we will be fine.
Flint heads on ahead.
Okay.
Cautiously. Weapon. Not weapons drawn, his new arm.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep my nose to the ground, metaphorically or literally.
Or literally.
Yeah, and then just try
Bit
to
of both.
see if I can smell anything.
Alrighty.
Gothak is kind of at the back, just in case the thing tries to lure them forwards too much. Yeah, so.
What if we're going to the Feywild?
That'd be crazy. I don't think any of us really know what that is.
Not really.
No, we don't as characters.
You know, even as even out of character, it's kind of like we haven't 100% decided what all the Feywild is, but like.
Yeah. But
So,
continue forward.
heading forward, all of you can now see. I don't know, Colin, if you told them what happened with your eyes, but that you've adapted so much.
Yeah. Oh yeah, guys, I've adapted to the dark. It's like I can see stuff
If you can see that.
like a dwarf.
And then once you travel forward about into the darkness, you can see that, and then you cannot, as Colin appears to have vanished.
Colin?
I'm right here.
You don't see him at all.
You've adapted well. Alright.
And I thought your biggest surprise was your headache.
Ah.
As we head on through.
Yep.
Just like,
But yeah, so going forward in the complete darkness, like the color from everyone's vision just fades completely. It's just black and white here, or all grays technically.
50 shades, one would say.
Ew. Terrible. Walking forward for just a couple of minutes, the very faint sounds of the waterfall in the distance. rounding a couple of corners, a couple of split pathways. You take one end, it's dead end. Take the other way. Let me get.
Do I smell any kind of thing, moving thing, whatever, human?
Make a perception check with advantage.
Whatever, anything like that.
Advantage.
With advantage.
Yeah, she rolled 2 dice.
14?
That's not bad. So, as you get to come to a much larger area of this cave, what is peculiar to you is that you feel just a slight breeze. You're not quite sure if you're near an opening or what's happening. Then off this, you can first thing you hear the waterfall again, but no, it's coming from ahead. Looking at what you see before you is a very large chasm, about 30 feet across, and you see this. You see a rope bridge. The planks here have been withered and worn from the humidity. You can see the ropes are very old, tattered. You can see some of them. Some of the bands have already. Some of them have come undone. And looking down at the bottom of this chasm, you can see a rushing river. And you still hear this song from further up ahead. There's the scent of an old mildewy corpse. Looking to your right, you can see an old skeletal figure just laying there dead. Of which case, you see he's wearing this fascinating set of leather armor that has these it's studded leather, and you can see there's markings that the leather maker made of waves of clouds, of blowing gusts, a design of a ship, and underneath the lower depths of the ocean, like beautifully made.
I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna inspect it and kind of try to see if I know who made it or have any idea of where it comes from.
Looking at this, it's very well made and actually very well preserved. Like kind of mildewy, but still in perfect condition. Like no signs of decay at all.
Well, this guy's not gonna need it.
On his back, you see a green quiver, like decorated with gold. In there, you can see there's a longbow, about 18 arrows, and 4 javelins, still loaded in there.
I'll take that.
As well as you can see on his belt, there's this very thick black liquid in it. As you pull these things out.
What is the black liquid?
You're not quite sure, but when you pick it up, it feels very, very heavy.
Is it dragon's blood?
You're not quite sure because in the dark here, you can't tell what color it is.
Okay, who has the bag of holding?
No one has.
We don't have a bag of holding.
You don't have a bag of holding.
Oh shit! Right.
We have a pack mule.
Yeah. Gothak did haul his
packed
chest
berry.
with because he can still swim with the chest.
Yes, you can put whatever stuff you
Difficulty.
find in his chest if he wants it.
Oh, the money that the one person wanted to give you.
He's just like.
Okay, thank you.
Finally, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, here. It's just like he's gonna bring this up again later if he doesn't take it. Yeah, as Gothak sees you taking it, he's like, brilliant find. This is very good. I'm sure this would sell for good money or be of good use to us.
Okay, so inventory. I'm gonna just put that down and then
Although I'm afraid we'll probably have to leave the armor behind unless someone can wear it, at least until we head back.
It is a set of studded leather armor that is designed for just an average-sized humanoid.
Can I try putting it on? Does it shrink to
You're
size?
not average size.
I know, but
Not quite average size, but I mean it.
Does it shrink to size? Is kind of what I'm asking.
Can as you put one of the just take one of the gauntlets and put it on, and you can feel it constrict and adjust itself to your size.
Yeah,
It's like maybe.
Oh,
I'm gonna put that on.
Alright, it'll take a few minutes, but
Okay,
While
so
she does that, Flint takes a look around.
studded leather armor.
well, not quite. It
Ooh.
as for there's still the quiver and that bottle.
I want to take the bottle definitely. I want to keep it on myself.
Alright, but as of right now, you have no way of knowing what it is or what it does until you take the means to find out.
I could
Would
read
Flint
it.
know?
If you know the spell, do you know the spell Identify?
No. Wait, do I?
Thank you. It's a first level spell. You should. It's on your artificer spell list.
Or you should be able to know.
You should be able to know it.
See if it's one of the ones that you have.
I do. I have it. Yes.
Would you like to? You
Can I see it?
Which, by the way, if you remember, you can cast Identify is a ritual spell. So if you take 10 minutes to cast it, you can do so without expending your spell slot.
If you hand it to me, I can figure out what it is.
Will you give it back to me?
Yes.
Can I trust you?
Yes.
The armor or the
I've-
bottle?
Been with assholes before.
No, the bottle.
but I will
Okay.
trust you.
Okay, so I take the time to ritual cast it. Cast Identify.
So you take your tools out, you get just like a headset here. You light a small, you light a lamp, just so you can really see. And neither.
Oh, can I go get that thing that you
I
have?
don't know where it is, but.
Oh shit.
But yeah, you put on your goggles right here. You put on the magnifying lenses. Huh. And as you put on,
Hold on, can I go take a minute to go find it?
so this is why it takes 10 minutes to ritual cast Identify.
10 minutes to ritual cast.
Okay, so he takes out his
Makes
thing.
sense, yeah. Just,
Takes out his thing. Gets out. Puts the magnifying glass down further.
and so lighting a small lamp off to the side. Now that you can see colors again, it was not just your dark vision. This is in fact a very heavy, black, thick liquid. And
So it appears to be oil of slipperiness.
Huh.
Basically, kind of like what I do with this grease.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
do some things with grease too.
Oil is known to be very slippery.
Yes.
Fry and stuff.
Alright, well,
I can only.
now that
think of
Flint's done that, he's gonna take a look around and find some stuff for himself.
the only thing left is the quiver.
Well, not just on the body, somewhere else.
Yeah.
So we have a rope bridge. It's
There's the rope bridge there in front of you.
the first thing Gothak's gonna do is grab the rope bridge and just give it a big yank and see it.
It's heavy, but it seems stable.
Well, at least the
Should-
ropes seem like they're in good shape.
Okay, let's tie. How far is the
30 feet across.
30? Okay, I will tie a rope on one side and then go to the other side because I think I'm the lightest. I'm pretty sure I am.
Pretty sure.
And then I'm gonna go to the other side and then tie it over there too, so that there's a means of holding on to if it should
Okay.
break.
Just extra rope.
Yeah.
So, walking across the bridge here slowly, as you hear the wood creak underneath each footfall.
Flint ready to like catch her, like.
I'm not going slowly. I'm running because I want to get this done over with. Don't look at me like that. Oh no.
Yeah, Flint is.
Together like that. Just
So it's a good
roll
thing
the-
Flint is ready to catch her.
Just roll the dice.
And you run across. You're across. You get the rope over your shoulder.
And then I'm gonna tie it.
All right. So you have yourself a safety rope now tied to the bridge. Who would like to go next?
Flint will, since he's probably the second lightest. Technically.
Might be Colin.
Actually, yeah, maybe Colin. Because I'm short, but I'm girthy.
Yeah.
You guys might be about rough.
I'll go with the same actually.
Well, then, I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Do you want to go or should I?
I can go.
So, Colin, you're walking your way across slowly, and
Guys, I just thought of something.
Hmm?
If I want to intimidate somebody, I can pretend I am a spooky ghost because I'm invisible.
I guess. Remember, speak up so the camera can, or the microphone can hear you.
because outside of outside of the light from the lamp, like as soon as Colin steps outside, it just vanishes once again. Everyone looking upon just sees the bridge sway a little bit. Colin, as you're walking, as one of the boards gives way underneath your foot, you catch yourself because of the safety rope.
Yep.
You see the rope go taut.
Yep. Pull yourself back up, and you continue walking.
And everyone just sees it as like boards.
As the
in
board
front-
just broke on
Board
itself.
snaps. Rope goes taut. Oh, good. You caught yourself. Huh.
Yeah, because I can't actually see you to react to catch you.
Nope.
That would have been a
That
very
is a
bad-
disadvantage.
That's a disadvantage of.
And I can't turn this off.
Nope.
The ability says that. Oh.
Should have probably taken the lamp with you.
Well, you can turn it off by making yourself visible with light.
Yeah, I can do that.
That's why I was saying you should have taken the torch with you.
Just
No,
so-
I want to still be invisible.
Okay. Flint, you want to go next?
Yes. Flint will go next.
Okay. So you begin to very slowly walk. You got your grappling gauntlet ready. Just walking. As you get close to the point, you see the board that is now snapped in half, still just hanging on both sides. Wide step over that, looking down underneath it, you see just the river rushing underneath. As it very uncomfortable sounds of the wood creaking underneath. You step over, and you make it to the other side. A sigh of relief. Gothak.
I don't know how you will make it over, Gosak.
And unless you untie the rope on your side, then you're going to have to leave it behind.
For now.
But do you want to just wait there, Gosak, for us to come back?
What if you just run over like I did?
Since you won't have a bridge to go back.
I mean, the rope might be able to handle it, but if I suddenly smash through the boards of this, I might just fall over anyway. And then I'm not quite confident that you will be able to catch a big man like me. However, our stuff is left behind, so I think I will actually stay behind here. You guys go ahead, come back and tell me what you find.
Alright.
Okay.
Flint takes a look around our current location. Like go across the bridge.
On the other side here, there's no cave entrance on this side. There's just a ledge that goes alongside this river. Still 30 foot up. It's just a ledge side here that gets narrower and narrower to the edge, and then it turns around a corner.
Is there any other bodies down here or anything else too?
Not on this side where you can see now.
Right, well, everyone be careful as the ledge gets very narrow up ahead.
Alright. Just want to know who exactly has this quiver?
I figure he would since he's the ranger.
Doesn't.
I'm digging it.
I'll keep this until you identify, because you don't know what it does.
Yeah, Flint can do it later.
Although looking at it, Colin, it's nice and light. You strap around on your back. You can see there's already loaded with ammunition, and surprisingly, it doesn't look that big. And as like you're looking at it, it seems to be bigger inside than it is outside.
Huh. That's convenient. I hope it doesn't take off a finger if I put one in.
Is there
Like, I think about it and it's like, no.
is there by any chance a bag of holding around here somewhere?
You see no bags at all.
Yeah, we need some to carry this shit in.
I mean, that would be a crazy find.
Yeah.
I think that's a chest.
Quiver of devouring.
That's not even like a common thing that people would have.
In which case, technically, this thing is actually you don't have to identify. This thing is very easy to figure out.
Yeah.
It's quite literally what it says it is. So, oops.
What is it?
Quiver of Ilona.
Does some pretty good stuff. So, with your back to the wall, kind of sidestepping like along this ledge here.
Settling along the wall.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
So, skiddling.
Settling.
Skiddling.
Skadoodling.
No,
Skiddling
skiddling
is
as
when
in that's
you eat
candy.
a lot of candy.
That's eating a lot of candy.
Skedaddle, skedoodle. something, a noodle.
We're very sleepy.
We're so
Yes, we
tired.
are.
Oh my god.
We're almost done. Anyway.
Another sign of a sleepyhead.
Sidling along the wall. Once you get to the corner, who's taking point?
Flint.
Okay. Looking around the corner here, your vision again only extends to about 30 feet, I believe. 60 feet?
60.
Yeah. Looking around here, you see the river continue on and continue on this way. As you look here, it widens again into a cave passage.
I keep sniffing.
So along here is just another narrow passage.
Yeah, you're sidling. I was still saying that right. You sidle along the wall, very narrow to a close edge. That if you weren't, if you were Gothic size, you may have trouble. You may fall. But going around the corner, it widens again to a comfortable area, both in width and in height.
Okay.
So going around here, your vision vanishes, but 60 feet down, and you don't really see anything beyond that, beyond just more cave. You'll definitely, if you continue down this cave, you'll definitely be out of Gothak's sight and his hearing.
Shall we go back?
I think we can go further ahead. I'll just let Gothak know. Do I have message or something?
You should. It's a cantrip.
I
don't think I have it prepared.
I don't know if I want to go further.
Well, me and Colin can go ahead if you're not comfortable going forward.
I'm a little bit uneasy right now. That's my thing. Do I
Make a perception check with
anything
advantage.
is off?
Good thing you had advantage.
14.
Kind of sniffing forward. Beyond like the water, the mildew, the humidity here, there is an intoxicating sweet aroma coming from this cave. Like it knocks your head back and almost makes your eyes roll back for a second.
So kind of like vanilla?
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Like it is sweet, alluring. It's practically calling you forward.
Okay. And we'll keep walking forward, I guess.
Alright. The three of you walk forward. Andrew picked it up first, but as you get closer, you pick up on this as well. Which is, it's different for each one of you. As all three of you can describe what it is it smells like to you. What you would like to smell most.
Well, I hate the smell of vanilla, but I like the smell of vanilla, but I hate it. You know what I mean?
I wonder
In
what
food, it's good, but like when
seashells that glow pink at sunset smell like.
Cheese wontons. That's what I want to smell right now.
Delicious fried food. Like,
I want to smell ocean breeze.
Okay. As you're all kind of speaking back and forth as to what it smells like, and you realize, okay, yeah, it's definitely not the same.
So you're smelling an ocean breeze and we're smelling fried foods.
What even is fried foods? That sounds very unhealthy.
It is, but it's delicious. Anyway, let's continue forward and investigate this.
Stepping forward now.
Be on alert.
About 150 feet down this cave, it kind of winds back and forth. Till eventually you get to where it stops being cave and now it becomes refined stone. You see in front of you this very square arched doorway, closed, but it is etched with these beautiful depictions of vines with leaves, flowers on it, all sprouting along the walls across the door, and it almost appears seamless, like as if vines of stone grew on this grew on these doors and just perfectly just wove in and out.
It's very beautiful.
Like if
It's fascinating.
if this was made by dwarves, it would take it would take months, if years, to make something like this.
This kind of craftsmanship.
Like kind of going forward and look and feeling it. You can't even feel any seams where the doors are supposed to hinge. It's like it's perfect.
Have I heard of this kind of stuff before? This kind of
Well, would Flint have heard of this?
Make a make a religion check. Make a stone cutting check
That's with advantage?
with expertise.
Expertise.
So double your proficiency bonus with either make an intelligence check with expertise. So your intelligence plus 4.
Is it plus 4?
Yeah. So a total of for you would be a total of plus 7.
you said religion, right?
Yep.
Roll. 26.
All right. Then
8.
looking at this, this does not depict any kind of gods, any kind of ritual. At least not one that you're familiar with. It might have been very localized, maybe maybe a band of druids formed this with magic. Then you, looking at it, you come to the same conclusion, but you think, all right, yeah, this was definitely not worked with tools, right? Because going across, there's no way you can get things this smooth, especially going across the grain of stone.
Whoever does this did not use tools.
You realize that these plants that did in fact grow here have been petrified.
This is not stones. These are petrified plants.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Well, seeing as the dead body's there, shouldn't we take care of whatever's here? If it's dangerous? That means that is your job.
We should, but I don't know if we're all equipped enough to do it ourselves.
Well, let's go see what it is. And if it is too much for us to handle, then we simply book it.
I fear it might be the dragon that we saw before.
Can Flint make a... Would it be history check? If he knows if a dragon would know how to do stuff like this?
I'd make that a nature check. It uses intelligence the same, so...
Can I also make a check?
Sure. Actually, or both of you make separate checks, or one of you with advantage.
I have a +3 to nature.
To nature? Oh, 0, so you can do it with
So
advantage.
advantage. Natural 20.
Nice. A dragon does not typically know how to do this unless they dabble in arcane magics.
No,
So
a dragon wouldn't normally have to do stuff like this unless they dabbled in arcane magic.
you do know there are other creatures that have the power of petrification.
There are other creatures, but not so dragons unless they dabbled in it.
Do I know what kind of creature would be able to do this with
No,
an
but-
Arcana check?
Not quite, but you've heard things. The most popular of which is like a monster that are called a Medusa.
Medusa.
A woman with snakes for.
Flip would know this.
Yeah, I mean you've heard childhood stories about a monster like this that you don't ever look in its eyes.
I've heard of.
Too?
You've heard stories like.
I've heard of stories of monsters known as Medusas being able to petrify all sorts of things, but
as well as and these very large eight-legged creatures, kind of like pit bullish lizards known as basilisks.
Oh shit.
That do the same thing. You don't look in its eyes. But they can turn you to stone.
Can I see if I know what a Medusa is or a basilisk?
Based on the two you were together, that's about the description you get.
so if this is a Medusa or a basilisk, don't look in their eyes. Just be careful.
So the doorway stands before you, closed.
Let's get out of here. I don't think we're equipped to handle this. So if they can turn us into stone,
Just don't look in their eyes. I'm sure of you will be fine. It is our job after all.
It's my job, but I don't want to do this. Really, I'm scared.
We are here with you. I promise.
The Gothic is not.
He's waiting for us. I'm sure if we run back, he will help us. Maybe. Hopefully. He was one of the people that was adamant about you doing your job. And helping. So, I'm sure if we run back, he will help us.
Okay, let's go tell him.
But I mean, he can't get his way over here. It's that ledge, he wouldn't have been able to make it through.
With a rope, you wouldn't be able to.
I don't think so. That was a very narrow ledge. We barely made it through.
Yeah, but if
And he can't get over the bridge or else it'll be completely destroyed. Let's just see what's over here. If it is too much for us to handle, we will run.
Okay.
So, pressing on the door.
Yes.
Okay.
Cautiously, but yes, I touch the door.
As you push it open, and the doors. Looking in this room here, you see.
And I have a reaction ready to like.
Yeah.
I have a reaction ready too.
Which is standing immediately before you. You see a petrified humanoid with like this scared expression, turned away from you, but so you almost blast it, but you kind of stay your hand.
There are petrified people here. Be on guard.
Walking in the room here, it's a very large square room, about say 40 by 40 feet. Very like large domed ceiling. The vegetation here, like all the vines growing up, have all been petrified. Looking here, there are 3 other humanoids, all turned to stone. With you see some of them like have some injuries, like with their sword out, like, trying to they're looking to kill something. One of them on their knees, like kind of in clearly like almost at death.
Everyone, remember, just look down. Don't look up.
As well as the bodies of 2 dead basilisks in this room.
Oh.
Killed quite a long time ago. You see, they're as the alluring scent brought you here, is it replaced immediately by a horrid stench. Like just terrible.
Well,
you hear that sound playing over and over again, and off on the back wall, you see a faint magic circle just lighting up and dimming in response of the melody that you're hearing,
Excuse me.
like set as some kind of lure
Excuse me.
to bring the basilisk food. But clearly, whatever threat was here has already been dealt with a long time ago, and unfortunately, whoever this adventuring party was
Wait a second.
did not survive.
On the way here, we saw a dragon. What could defeat a basilisk? Well, maybe a dragon.
But clearly, these three members of whoever this adventuring party was did not survive, and the fourth, back there by Gothak, also did not.
Whatever killed these must be pretty powerful.
The gear is actually still on all of these adventurers.
Flint is going to take a look at a few of them.
Can we wake them up somehow?
They're petrified.
stone.
Can we not undo the petrification?
Do you have the means of doing so?
No, not right now.
Become stronger. Acquire the means.
I have to become like Gothak.
Strong. So the weapons are still on all of them. You can see one of them with
Still remaining very cautious in case someone tries to attack.
one with a bow and arrow, just a standard bow and arrow. You can see one holding a greatsword in its hands, and this one, looking at it, it seems, even in the complete darkness, it seems to shine.
I'm gonna grab it.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna have to if you want it. If you want it.
I'm sorry, friend.
As the arms or as the hands just shatter. But hey,
He's dead.
Is there anyone else with anything on him
um,
that Andrea might be interested in?
looking at the one kneeling on their knees. This one is not wearing armor, but you can see animal skins draped over them. Not too much. They still have. You find some backpacks in.
So what am I writing down here for the sword? Just.
What would you like to identify it?
I will take the time to identify it later.
Yep.
But I'm not. When we're not in possible very big danger.
Right, shiny sword for now.
Yeah, it's right. Shiny sword for now.
Shiny greatsword.
Chinese or Chinese?
Shiny.
Chinese greatsword.
So you going over to this one there, you clearly tell this one was a spellcaster of sorts, as you can see a long wooden wand in their hands.
I'm gonna take the wand.
You can use it as it is a druidic focus.
Oh, do you know what this wand does?
It's just for a druid to channel their magic through. That's about it.
Nothing special.
Could probably sell it for a bit.
Going through the body that has is holding a bow and arrow. In the quiver, pulling out, you can see a couple of standard arrows, about 10 or so, and then 3 of which that have this a ruby affixed at the end, right before the arrowhead.
Flint's gonna take that.
There's 3 of them.
Gonna take them.
All right.
So ruby arrows, should I just say?
Mm-hmm.
3 ruby arrows.
Yep.
To be identified later.
Yep. You can identify one, and you'll know what all 3 do.
Yeah.
As well as from all the bodies, you collect a total of 103 gold pieces.
Wait, for
103.
each of us?
Cool.
No, in total.
So we
to be
divided
divided
by-
amongst as you see
Divided by
fit.
4.
You have 4. If we're Gothak. 103 divided by 4.
I'll have 25.
And everyone else has 26.
Everyone else is 26.
Yeah, that's right.
But that is it. Unless you wish to inspect further.
Don't judge me.
I do the same. I can't math at times.
I can't math ever. Flint is gonna go take a close, being very cautious. Gonna take a closer look at that magic circle.
Okay. Going towards it, doesn't look like any kind of kind of taking out the note that Lithonal gave you. Definitely not a teleportation circle. It's simply enchanted to play a sound.
And if I can
Make
maybe
make an Arcana check.
Okay.
No.
22.
This is this is a spell called Magic Mouth.
Magic mouth.
Yeah. Basically set to record and emanate a sound that of your choosing.
Is there a way I can get rid of it so that it doesn't lead any more people here?
Simple dispel magic would do.
Can
I
I?
don't have that.
Can I?
I don't
I
think
have dispel magic, right?
No,
Not
not
your
at
current
this
level.
level.
Oh.
It's a third level spell.
No, that I don't.
I want to cast detect magic. See if I feel or see.
As a ritual or as a...
Can I do it as a ritual?
You can do it if you have it prepared, and it is possible. It'll take you 10 minutes, but...
Flint is still going to take a good look around still to see if there's anything else.
Alright.
Okay, I will do the ritual casting.
Alright, so as you do that, you going around, as you do that, Colin, doing anything?
I don't even know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, Flint's doing one last check before we get out of here.
Alright. So going to the corner of the room, like everything looks fine, and then one corner kind of dips down, and there's some steps that go just dip down to a corner. Here you can see a lot of some mud, some shrubbery, clearly stuff brought from outside or from somewhere else. That's kind of built up into a nest, and in there you can see the remnants of eggs
You don't know. You're ritual casting.
that
I know. I
that
know.
have since then have already broken open and are the shells just left there rotting.
They're all rotting eggs.
Yeah.
But are those dragon eggs? I want to know.
No.
Probably
Basilisk
basilisk.
eggs.
You would definitely be able to tell if it was a dragon.
Yeah,
pretty
they'd
much
be
just by-
huge.
just by
These
looking
are
at
these are big, but not.
Flint's also going to look and see if there's any sign of dragons. If the dragon was here.
Then make a perception. It's very dark in here, so make a perception check with disadvantage. Whereas you finish cast at this point you cast detect magic, and your eyes as you cast your holy symbol, in your eyes they flash gold. Looking around the room here, everything that highlights as magical, you can see you have already collected. That everything, like all the items that you've collected on your person, and looking at these adventurers, there is nothing left that is magical.
So the Methuselah?
What? Medusa? There is no signs of a Medusa here.
I am so tired.
I got
okay?
16.
Looking also around, it's a bit cramped in here for even a dragon to fly. So you feel like unless it polymorphed and snuck its way in, it would not make this its lair. So there are no signs.
So there are no signs of any dragons being here. Unless it polymorphed.
Which is possible.
And there is a basilisk nest right there. There's broken eggs. There's no unhatched eggs.
Okay, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yes, let's get out of here.
Okay.
Still being very cautious before leaving. Just in case there is some things that we missed, just keep your head down until we leave the room.
Yeah. Kind of walking cautiously, looking about. Nothing.
I'm still sniffing the ground.
It stinks.
A rotting basilisk.
Yep. Imagine eggs that were left out for a month.
Actually, Flint's gonna investigate where we could have gotten those good smells from.
Alright. You notice it shifts, like directly from, like, you step over the threshold from the door to from the chamber to the door, and the smells immediately change. You feel like this might be an after effect of the spell enchantment. Yeah. This a different effect. With your detect magic still up, you can see the lining of the door, like all the vines here that are petrified. looking at where the leaves and flowers are, some of the flowers are actually not petrified. You see some both transmutation and illusion magic on them. Kind of looking forward as you kind of reach towards a little puff, and there's that sweet smelling aroma once again.
Can I try to pick a flower?
Yep.
What happens to the plant?
Nothing.
It's petrified.
There's not much of a stem, but as you pick it, you see the petrified flower still remains. Now completely hollow. It's simply just an illusion, and now you have an actual flower in your hands. You can't tell what color it is because there's no light, but
I put it in my hair.
it smells very nice.
Okay.
At first I was afraid. I was petrified. And we leave.
Mm-hmm. So as you leave back to the river and back to the rope bridge,
Yeah.
Gothak, you're still there?
Well, welcome back.
Yes.
Took you long enough?
Hasn't been that long.
Yeah, good to see you're alright.
There was a basilisk nest, but they were all dead. And there were, I don't know if they were hatched eggs or not, but they were certainly decaying. And petrified bodies.
Ah, yes, big shame.
It apparently nothing. I don't know.
There were no signs of any dragons here, thankfully. Unless the dragons that we saw polymorphed to a human or something.
Unless it's one of you guys.
Is it a dragon?
Yeah.
I mean, we were all together when we saw the dragon pass.
Your detect magic is still up. Looking at them, you do not see any kind of illusion magic.
Okay.
You do see a white glowing core from Flint's elbow, but looking about, you see the quiver that Colin's wearing. Yeah, that's emanating some.
And the shiny greatsword that I have.
Yep, it's emanating some conjuration magic. That one, the sword is emanating some evocation magic,
Well, let's go back to the shore,
as well as the
and
armor.
I will identify all of these things that we have.
The armor that you're wearing is emanating some transmutation magic.
Yeah, let's go back to the shore, and I will identify everything that we have found.
Well, come on back.
So, going outside of crossing the bridge again, still no problem avoiding that big hole in the bridge. So all four of you now gathering together, making your way out of the cave. This eerie sound still echoing behind you, but leaving it behind as you go out underneath the waterfall, back to the boat, and I guess ready to set up a midday camp.
Yeah, so
Very
I can
short one?
identify everything.
Gothak takes the time, uses his carpentry tools, and chops down a bit of wood and makes a sign. Just a
Empty basilisk nest.
yeah.
With and I tell you to write about the magic circle of mouthing or what?
Magic mouth.
Magic mouth.
Just I will put sign saying warning magical lure. Stay on shore.
And Flint, ritual casting, identify.
You can rhyme anytime.
Starts identifying everything.
Stay on
So, in which case, the three arrows are arrows of combustion. So, upon firing these, when they reach their target, they explode in a 10-foot radius, dealing an extra 46 fire damage to every target.
Colin, would you like these arrows of combustion?
Hell yeah.
There are three of them.
And a great sword.
It is a +1 greatsword.
+1 great sword. That's it.
Yep. Of course, yeah. The armor that Andrew's wearing is mariner's armor.
You already identified it before.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he identified the oil.
Also,
Yeah, that's what I did.
Days.
The armor is now.
yeah, right.
So you are now fully aware of what the armor does.
I will read it now. I didn't read it before.
If you want to, yeah.
+1 great sword.
And of course, as well as the quiver.
Yeah.
I will go jump into the water and I will try it out.
So you tell Andrew what it does. She just runs. Is she under the effect of magic mouth again? No, probably not. She just cannonballs. As you go underneath and you just feel you will the magic to take effect, and with that, you feel you can just like easily glide your way through the water almost effortlessly, as fast as you could walk.
Sweet.
Not bad.
And just pop up to the.
Do I see any
surface.
fish as I swim?
It's still hard to see, but you feel, yeah, there probably are.
I'm gonna try to grab a couple. One or two.
So, with everything identified, you make your camp, realizing that some adventurers happen after the fact. People get to some places first, and does not always end well for them. But luckily, you were there to pick up where they left off.
Yeah, reap the spoils.
And
Kind of.
That is where we will end today's session. So, well done, guys.
Yeah, I wanna go sleep now. I'm so tired.
We are all very, very stumpy.
I don't know if you've been able to tell, but
Well,
kept
basically,
saying-
I think
I
we
just-
have. As everyone is clearly very tired and everyone wants to exit, we will as well. Thank you so much for watching. Do the things because we very, very much appreciate it. And that is it. Bye bye.
Next time.
Bye.